In this video we're going to be talking about the new Nike Winflo 10, and I'm going to be telling you why it's not as bad as I thought it would be. What is up, guys, and welcome to 40 Runs. Now, don't panic. If you think that I'm going to go two-footed and go to town about the Winflo 10, you may be a little bit mistaken. Now, I've given Nike a hard time over the years because their daily trainers for the last few years have been terrible. Now, I'm just going to put a little spoiler out. They haven't improved things massively, but in reference to this shoe, it's actually a little bit, and I'm talking a little bit better than I was expecting. Okay, so before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the Winflo 10. So obviously the new version of the Winflo. It's a lower price point Pegasus. This is £100 on the Nike website, but you can get it cheaper. I've seen it cheaper already. We've got a mesh upper. We've got full length Nike Air cushioning in the shoe. We've got like an EVA foam as well. I think it's Cushlon, Nike Cushlon in the shoe. It fits true to size. It weighs, I wrote it down, 269 grams, 9.4 ounces, so a nice weight. It's a neutral running shoe. We've got a newly designed toe box in the shoe, which is kind of cool. And they've increased some of the cushioning feel, or tried to increase some of the cushioning feel around the step-in, around the heel area, just to make it feel a little bit more comfortable than previous versions. We still maintain that sort of rubberized waffle look outsole, which is good. The traction on the shoe is very good, actually. When I first got the shoes, it was really raining over here in the UK. It's since improved, and the shoe held on really well in those sort of slippery conditions. So the question is, does this offer value at £100? I think the best way to answer that is to talk about things I like and the things I don't like. Okay, so things I like the outsole. Like I said, I'd give it a compliment. I like the improved fit in the toe box. I think this offers a, if you can pick this up, and you will be able to, really cheap, it offers a Nike running shoe at a relatively affordable price, but you've got to wait for it to come right down. I like the weight of the shoe. I don't dislike the Nike Air cushioning and with the Cushlon foam. I do have one major problem, and I'll come on to that in a minute, but it's actually okay in terms of running in it. I was quite surprised how easy it was to run in without any dramas. I wasn't coming out of it going, oh, that's awful, that's firm, I feel like I'm running on the pavement with no shoes on. It wasn't anything like that. It was actually mildly better than I was expecting. Right, so the things I don't like, when I get into the shoe, I feel like I'm standing like that. I feel like I'm pronating in it. It's not so bad when you run in it, you kind of forget it. But when you're just putting them on, and you kind of feel it a little bit in the slower paces, you feel like you're pronating in it. So just watch out. It's like that. If you've got any pronation issues, I would strongly recommend to go nowhere near this shoe. I've got slight pronation issues, and I noticed it. So just be really careful. If you've got any pronation, like under or over, stay away from this. You'd be better off in the structure, to be honest, if you was after a Nike shoe in that respect. Things I don't like as well, it's obviously very cheap, it's badly put together, it's nothing special, and I just think Nike are taking, probably, you know, us for idiots, the fact that they're putting out a shoe like this. I think they've got such good people there and such good, amazing technology that they're daily trainers. To be honest with you, I'd be of a laughing stock. But I'm trying to be objective, and I'm trying to look at this versus the previous versions and whether it offers value to us everyday runners. And to be honest with you, I don't think it does. I still stick to what I say, which is get last year's or the year before models cheaper. For example, go and buy the Velocity Nitro 2 from Puma. You can get that for £56, and it's a much better running shoe than this. But in fairness to Nike, to give them some credit, this is definitely improved over the previous versions that I've run in of this shoe. As I said, the outsole's better, the overall fit of it's better, and you know, it's not as bad as I was expecting. But yes, people, don't waste your money on this unless you can get it really, really cheap. When it's like 40, 50 pounds, then maybe, but I still think like the shoes from Puma offer a better alternative to you. But yeah, it's not as bad as I was fearing. I had some messages on Instagram and I put a picture out that I've got these and people were going, oh, you're going to go at them. But it's actually not as bad as I feared. It really is not. And we've got, again, probably 30 odd miles in the shoe, something like that. So it's not as bad as I once thought it was, because if it was that bad, I wouldn't have taken it to that sort of mileage. Okay, does that make any sense? I know I've struggled with some of my words today, but there we go. So yeah, look, it's not as bad as I feared. It's definitely not something you need to buy. Go out and get the Puma Velocity Nitro 2 or whatever they're called, which are much cheaper, or other shoes that you can get from last year. There's no reason to spend £100 on this shoe, but if you are a massive fan of the Winflo, or you see these on a website and they're so cheap, then it's not as bad as previous models. They've definitely improved it a little bit here. Okay, so give them a little bit of credit from the usual where I'm having a go at Nike. So there you go, guys. Let me know in the comments, are you going to get the Winflo 10? Have you got the Winflo 10? Are you a Winflo runner? Let us know in the comments whether you're going to pick this shoe up or whether you're going to avoid it like the plague. Oh, one other thing I didn't like is the tongue. The tongue sits up like this. It's just ridiculous. There's one thing that I didn't like as well. I forgot to put that in. Anyway, right, that's enough from me. I'll catch you later.